Well, hey there, everyone. I'm meteorologist Kit Thomas here in the Weather Center at ABC 24. We're getting things together now. Of course, temperatures have been cold today. But the good news is we are going to see those temperatures start to warm up in the next couple of days. Tomorrow morning is still going to be cold. It's not quite warming up just yet, but we are going to get there very soon. So let's just take a look at downtown Memphis this evening. This is from our camera on top of the Southern College of Optometry. Everything's nice and quiet out there this evening. East Memphis showing up. Nice pink and red and green there on Clark Tower as well, and looking out towards the flyover. The good news is with this cold weather we've got, it's really not much of an issue for the roads. The thing is we don't have any rain or snow around the area, so it's not going to be any issue for us if you're headed out on the road. So that's good. Overall, things are staying quiet on the precipitation front for the next couple of days until about late Wednesday into Thursday. Really Thursday, we're going to see some rain chances. So temperatures have already fallen down into the teens up towards Covington and Dyersburg. Dyersburg sensor not showing up right now, but Memphis showing up at 20 degrees, 24 down in Clarksdale, 21 for Truman, Arkansas as well. It is on the cold side out there. Now, this time around last night, we were starting to see that cold front ease through the area, but we've still dropped anywhere 20 to 25 to 30 degrees over the last 24 hours. Earlier today, some places in northeast Mississippi were dropped about 35 degrees in 24 hours. So a sharp contrast compared to the last couple of days. We're going to keep up with the cold air tonight, but it starts to warm up tomorrow soon enough. Also, take a look at the dew point right now. Dew points are in the single digits around the area. When you compare that to the air temperature, that's where we get the humidity. Sorry, I'll grab the correct graphic here. 50% humidity, so fairly decent. It's not terribly dry, even though the amount of moisture is very low relative to the air temperature. It's not terrible, but the thing is we've got that wind chill. The wind chill is what makes it feel really cold. We're already down into the single digits around the area, so it is very cold. We're going to stay cold at least over the next 18 hours probably. Then by around mid-afternoon tomorrow, we should be back above freezing. So that's going to be good. We'll start to warm things up. Now, one thing to note on this model here is it's actually keeping us a little warmer than the current temperature. So in your head, take about 5 degrees off of these numbers, as we'll likely be down at the single digits and low teens overnight tonight, and then through the day tomorrow. Temperatures are going to warm up, winds coming out of the south. It's going to be a lighter breeze as well. So that's going to allow those wind chills to be less of an issue. Now, today we did have a cold weather alert across most of our viewing area. Now for tomorrow, tonight into tomorrow, it's really just for our southern communities there for that threshold around 10 degrees. So the thing is, the wind chill alerts here are really just for some localized zones. Off to the north versus off to the south are going to have different thresholds based on climatology of how unusual these temperatures are. So it's a little more unusual to be around 10 in Clarksdale through Oxford through Tupelo rather than here in Memphis. So that's why it's a little farther south, even though we're all going to be cold. But the next weather impact is really just the one that we're dealing with right now. Of course, we've got those wind chills out there, the just raw air temperature down below freezing. So hopefully your pipes are staying insulated, and make sure you're dripping those pipes as well overnight. So it's icy cold tonight and warming up by Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be our last morning below freezing, and then we're above freezing and warm for the next several days. So that's good. And we also have some rain coming up by Thursday. We'll look at that in just a moment. But I'll take you through the impact. Of course, we've got that weather impact alert right now. Tonight through 9 a.m. is when we're looking at those deep, cold wind chills that are out there. The extreme wind chills for us. Make sure you're bundling up, staying warm in this cold. Of course, remember your pets as well. Bring them inside if at all possible. They need to be staying warm as well during this. So let's take a look at the temperatures compared to average. Average today is 54 degrees. Over the next couple of days, it starts to drop down to 53, I think. But overall, our temperatures are actually going to be sort of doing this roller coaster, this sawtooth over the next couple of days here. So tomorrow, we're still about 14 degrees below normal. Then we're close to normal on Tuesday. Then Wednesday and Thursday, we're above average, well above average even by Thursday. We've got that rain coming through I mentioned already on Thursday. that's going to knock our temperatures back a bit. We've got a cold front behind the rain, so that'll make it feel a little colder on Friday, and then we warm right back up, even into the 60s by the weekend. Satellite and radar around the Mid-South, nice and quiet. Haven't had anything. We might have had some flurries off to the north earlier today, but not a whole lot's happening. Just looking around the country, there's a little bit of snow out across the Cape and the Islands, Massachusetts, but really not a whole lot out there. A little bit of lake effect snow into Michigan and Canada, a little bit across New York as well. But out towards the northwest, a little bit of rain coming in to the very waterlogged Pacific Northwest. They've had some atmospheric rivers the last couple of days, bringing a lot of rainfall for them. But here across the Mid-South, everything's nice and quiet out there. But I want to take you through the middle part of the week. Tomorrow, Tuesday, nothing's really happening. We'll start things here on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, we might have a few sprinkles around the area. It's really not going to be much impact. It's just a light shower here and there. As we get into Thursday morning, though, more of that moisture is headed up north to a cold front, and that'll all start creating some rain. As we get through midday Thursday, we've got some more rain around the area. This is going to be the bulk of the day Thursday. We've got that rain on the way. By Thursday afternoon, maybe some heavier rain, maybe a thunder shower or two across the deep south. Here in the Memphis area, though, by 6 p.m., we've got that cold front coming through. Now, I'd still give about 4 hours either side, plus or minus 4 hours here, of just when this is going to come through. Usually the timing on events that are 5+ days out tend to have some pretty decent error of when it comes through. So we'll keep that in mind. But Thursday looks to be rain. Friday and Saturday are dry. And then our next chance of rain comes Saturday night into early Sunday. We might have another cold front that comes through after that. That could bring our temperatures back down again. So overall, it's not going to be a ton of rainfall, but let's just recap. Tonight, we're dropping back down to around 15 degrees. So it is cold, cold, cold tonight. Colder than it was this morning. Wind chill down around single digits, even 10 to 15 degrees. I want to take you to the Almanac really quickly. This morning was 17 degrees. Tomorrow, we've been anticipating tomorrow is going to be the coldest day, and it looks like that's going to be the case. But we do warm up into the afternoon by about 10 degrees or so. So that's going to be nice. 39 degrees with the morning wind chills still below 20 by the midday time frame. Really shouldn't be much of an issue anymore. So that'll be good. We'll help warm that up a little bit really quickly. Again, we've got that little red bar there for just the first half of tomorrow. The afternoon will be back above freezing for the first time in a while. I actually want to look up when it was we'd finally first dropped below freezing here at the Memphis airport. So 33 degrees at 10 o'clock last night. And then at 11 o'clock, it was 28. So yeah, right about 11 o'clock is when we dropped down below freezing. Sorry, it was 11 o'clock at 33, midnight, that's 28. But yeah, 33 degrees, 32, of course, is freezing. So from 11 o'clock last night through now, of course, and then I'm going to go and look and see. I'm mistyping. I just want to see when it is that tomorrow we'll be getting back above freezing. Looks like it'll be right about 11 o'clock. So about 36 hours of temperatures sub-freezing around the Memphis area. So definitely a long extended cold period. We haven't had cold like this so far this season. This is our first time we've had a high actually below freezing for today. So here's a look into the extended outlook though, because of course the solstice comes on December 21st. December 22nd starts astronomical winter, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty warm. Meteorological winter actually starts December 1st, so we've been in winter for the weather records at least. So we started off pretty cold, got really cold here in mid-December, and now as we wrap up December, it looks like we're going to swing back the other way. It's going to warm up pretty quickly. So a pretty stark difference around the area, but it looks like that's going to be the case across most of the country as we see just here. Some areas to the Pacific Northwest, into the Northeast, New England area. That's the only place where we're going to be colder than average. Same thing up towards Alaska, a little cooler than average, warmer than average across Hawaii. So here across most of the country, we are staying well above average, or we at least have high confidence of that above average weather around the area. So one more time, your 7-day forecast, getting back up to around 64 there on Thursday, dropping back to the 40s again on Friday, back to the 60s for the weekend. So at least this weekend is going to feel a little bit better than it has this past weekend. Of course, we're going to have all your latest news headlines, as well as all of the forecast updates coming up tonight at 9 and 10. Not a whole lot different from what you just saw, but I wanted to give you a quick update on this cold weather we've got around the area. But for everyone here at ABC 24, I appreciate you joining us. Of course, you can watch this replay over the next couple hours tonight. We'll probably have it scheduled out for the next couple hours, and you can get a full recap of this forecast as we head through this cold period. Then tomorrow starts to warm up. Thanks so much. I'm Kit Thomas.